What are the sects? What are their rules? How do you join them? What happens if you quit? And why on earth are some of them asking you to drink every week? I'll first answer some general questions for all sects, then I will give you a one-sentence summary of the overall system first, and then how to join. So, what are sects? Sects are basically factions or guild-like societies that you can join in the Jianghu world. Each one has its own philosophy, weekly task, and a credit system that tracks how well you follow their code. You can earn points when you do things your sects like, and then lose them when you break their rules. More points means higher status, more perks, and special rewards like exclusive outfits, weapon buffs, or reputation titles. Quitting or rejoining. So technically you can quit any sect, but then there is always a price. You will be dragged into a world where people hunt you down, though you can just run away and ignore it. If you leave, all of your points and titles are gone. You start from zero if you rejoin later, and yes, you can rejoin that sect. It's very wuxia, loyalty matters, but chaos is allowed. Martial arts and sects. So your weapon style or martial art is not locked to your sect. Even if a skill originally belonged to a certain sect, you can always sneak into their secret base, steal their skills, and rob their treasure chest. For example, I'm using the umbrella and I never joined Floral Reverie. So now let's go to them quickly, one sentence each first, and then how to join. The Will of Heaven is known as the gay sect. The rule is protect your own and be a hero. That's not the gay part. They're all about loyalty, bravery, and idealism. That's also not the gay part. It's just a meme where it's filled with heroes, and a lot of dudes are blasting their microphones in open world saying, I want a gay lover. I don't know why, but that somehow catches on in the Chinese server. I don't know if the same thing is gonna happen in international server. I will see what you guys do with it. To join, you find Zhang Yihao in this location and complete this initiation task. So obviously I don't know like the English translation for all of the locations and the transportation stones. So I'm just like putting out on a map and then like do a specific point, and then I will run from that transportation stone to the person so you know how to do even though you don't speak Chinese and I don't know the English name. So next we have the Raging Tides. They're known as the alcoholic sect. Their weekly activity literally involves drinking games. You can start by going to this direction in Qinghe and complete first drinking to pay some respect, and then you drink 9 different wines in the game, and then bam, you joined. After you enter this door, you can look to your left, and then you run a little bit until you see a wine bottle. I don't have it because I already drank it, but you're gonna find it here. The Jade current is basically for healers with strict KPIs. You need to heal enough people each week or your points drop. So you need to at least get 15 likes each week. So one patient can give you up to 5 points. So technically you only need to heal 3 people, but some people are super mean, only give you 1 or even forgot to give you likes altogether. So you need to heal up to 15 or more each week. Find their sect leader at this medical site and complete a healing request to join. Next, we have the Nine Mortal Ways. So they're basically known as the con artist sect. They prank, scam, and manipulate, but all in the name of justice and protecting the weak. It's the biggest sect because people often get tricked into joining. You might meet someone who promised to get you in your favorite sect, and surprise, you're not in Nine Mortal Ways. Leaving costs 50k coins. If you want to join willingly and haven't been tricked into, you can look for him in this little tavern to take the quest. Their culture is connected to rats. You can see a lot of rat related design in their sec headquarters. And this is so goddamn funny because when I first entered their main hall, I actually got a spam message tricking me into thinking that I got some installment that needed to pay, and apparently that was overdue, so now my marriage lessons is being affected. And then I also have read a fake newspaper made by the Nine Mortal Ways. Like I even got tricked while fishing at this headquarters. So it's like literally every breath you took, bam, you just got scammed. The Long Summit. So they're basically dedicated scholars for exclusive love and devotion. The entrance exam completed math problems. They actually have a huge database for the entrance exam, so you can't just cheat off someone else's answers. If you fail the test and still got an invitation and you curses me for lying to you and go to the contact person happily and smug, congratulations, you're not in the Nine Mortals way. If you ever get divorced, your points will be deducted, and if you find a new partner, you have to receive blessings from your ex. Floral Reverie is the Harlem sect. So you can have up to 5 husbands or wives, but leaving means you must divorce at least 4. If someone divorces you, you lose a lot of points. To join, you either need to marry, divorce, remarry within a week, or have very fancy clothes so your appearances points has to be more than 800. If you do not have any of that and don't want to get married and remarried and whatever, you can borrow someone's clothes on that ship. So if you go to the ship, you can automatically try on all of the ship owner's clothes. And because it's crazy expensive to operate that ship, the ship owner, you bet, is very fucking rich, so you can actually expect that they have a lot of clothes. And even if you don't want to join Floral Reverie, you can always come here and try on all those fancy clothes that cost like $500 to $800. Morris Hill, that is actually my sect. So that's for the builders and dedicated estate owners. That's basically me. So every piece of wood you chop, stone you collect, or wall you build add to your academic paper, and in which will become your sect points. It's not open yet globally, but once the force map releases, you can find the sect leader here for a simple task to enter. The Moonless Hour, they haven't really told us about the exact English translation yet, but this is just my translation. So they are the PvP heaven. So you need to defeat at least 10 players each week or you will lose point. If you get beaten yourself, points go down too. You will find the recruiters through an injured Jianghu Wanderer questline up in here. So the Pear Garden sect, think idol culture means Asian opera. So members are actually public figures. You can't have no scandals, you can't have no relationships, no shady business either. Definitely not get caught doing shady business. You even have a stage name. Right now, the sect isn't fully open. After the new Chinese server update, doing a specific dance activity grants an invitation. Alternatively, if you want to join now, you can also get a Floral Reverie invite, like I stated up above, and there will be two members, a pairs to recruit you instead. And that's when you can choose Pear Garden instead of Floral Reverie. So if you're asking me for advice, try not to join maybe in the first month. You don't really know most of the game yet. Most people don't start building houses yet. Most people didn't learn the majority of the martial arts skills yet. And they don't play at least half of the content of the game yet. So like, how did you know you love the PvP system in the game? Or how did you know you didn't like building houses better? Or showing off your cosmetics? So I stayed sectless for 2 months before joining and I'm super happy in my sect. Some of you might not know, but I love doing research in uni, and our sect HQ is basically a huge university. Even the sect free hairstyle kind of really look like me in real life. So I'm in heaven. I just made Master Builder in my sect this week. That's like the second ranking in our sect. So yay! But of course, maybe you're someone who love to challenge yourself, then maybe you're bad at PvP and then joining Moonless Hour would push you out of your comfort zone and force you to better yourself, in which I would just have to say, wow, you must be successful in everything. That could never be me, especially not in games. I just love to stay in my comfortable little corner. So yeah, that's the sect system and where ones meet. They're not just fractions, they're little social experiments. Each have their own morality and sense of humor. Pick one that feels most you, I guess. But don't worry. If you regret it later, you can always rage quit, hunt it down, and start over like a true wuxia hero. I think someone asked me how many floral reveries there are. I think there's a bit of confusion. The sects are kind of like Harry Potter houses. They're just only one Gryffindor, and you can just create your own version of it. It ruins me. So like there are one Floral Reverie, one Lone Summit, one Raging Tides, etc. But there is another system, I think you might be confused, that's called the guilds. So these are player created groups where you can do activities with real players. You can name your guild Floral Reverie if you want, but that doesn't grant you the right to have 5 husbands or wives. Oh, by the way, there are only 3 sects that has opened HQ for players to see, but that doesn't mean later they won't add more. They already made quite a lot of them because someone accidentally fallen somewhere on the map and saw it. But right now you can't see them yet. It might help you if you also look at their HQ, because when my friend went to see a floral rebuilding of fireworks, she was like, God damn, I need to join that. So that's a valid reason as well. Also check out No Sect. You can also trade in this outfit if you have No Sect.